right. Can you guys see this? Can you see it? Can you hear it? Can you guys see it? Can you hear it? Testing. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Can you guys see it now? Boy, oh boy, I don't know what was wrong with that. That's bad for business. Okay, here we go, Steve. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I don't know what this thing was doing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it was doing. That's the first time I ever had this problem, though. I can tell you that much. So, okay, good. And you can hear me just fine, Steve? Want to make sure you can hear me just fine. Uh, to be honest with you, you said how's the knee? Not good. Not good at all. Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. My knee is not good at all, man. It's it's a work in progress. I gotta hit the gym. I gotta hit it hard to get my to strengthen the leg around it because it's just not getting any better. At least I don't feel like it's getting better. Uh, dude, I was talking away and didn't realize that it wasn't working. So I guess we're gonna have to do it all over again because we got a couple topics I'd like to go over today. I have a bunch of different knee braces. The problem with knee braces is I feel like they're restricting me. I seriously, I feel like I'm restricted. Like I don't have the range of movement. And then the thinner ones, I feel like I can't bend either. So when you put those two things together, man, you got a bad combination for me. And the worst part is, check this out, Steve. I feel like it hurts more to have the knee brace on than when I don't, but that's more probably mental. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that that's probably more mental than it is physical. Just being honest with you, but unfortunately, um, unfortunately, that is what it is. So I'll work through it though. It's no problem. I'll work through it. Hey Steve, did you get a chance to see Darren Tang yesterday? His Darren Tang's video. Did any of you guys get a chance to watch Darren Tang's video? And did any of you see that Lewis is going back to one handed? Else didn't like a ball. Yes, yes, a ball. Yeah, it's definitely uncomfortable, and you're probably more right than you're not. I probably definitely needed stability. However, Steve, it's a work in progress. But I did wear it today, some of the day. I'm cutting out again. Is the audio cutting out or is the video cutting out? Is the audio cutting out, Steve, or the video? Let me move that mic up. I'm hoping you don't say the video. But give me feedback. What am I missing? Is it the audio cutting out? Is it the video cutting out? It's freezing up. Uh, well, I guess I could take it inside if it is the screen. So the screen's freezing. Seems okay now. So here's what we're gonna do. If we have any other problems, let me know, Steve, and then I'm just gonna take every. I'll shut it down for a minute, take it inside, and reset up. I've never had a problem out here before, so I'm not sure why I'm having a problem with this now. It was just stopping, but you're good now. Okay, long as I'm good now, because like I said, if I need to go inside with it, then I'll do that. Um, so did you hear about Lewis going back one handed? Okay, so one thing about the knee brace, unless you're doing stressful things, see, I don't wear anything during the day. Let's talk some bowling now. Let's talk some bowling. Okay, so Lewis, Lewis is going back one handed. What do you guys think about that? You think he should stay two handed or go back to one handed? Me personally, I like Lewis one handed, but I also think Lewis had mad game two handed. So, anybody got any perspective on that? So, we're going to talk about a couple of things, and then we're going to get into the big topic. So, does anybody have any topic on that? Lewis going back one handed. Because I think him going back one handed is absolutely brilliant. That's my perspective. I like Lewis. He's a really good guy. And he's a darn good bowler. Second topic. I like he had issues. I think he had issues with his wrist for a while. He was way better one handed. You think he's better one handed, Steve? And I thought he just tried two handed just because. I don't remember him specifying wrist issues, but the issue with that is if you have them once, would make sure they don't reoccur. It's like my knee. Second thing, what's up, Too Tall? What's good, Coach? I just watched the Motive Lewis video this morning. I'm for it. That's what I'm talking about. I like Lewis. Lewis is I like him, man. I like him. I mean, sometimes he go on them rants, and when he go on them Johns, I don't agree with those. But the bowling part, I'm down. Second topic. Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch the hype? Charles, the Brunswick Infinity Quest. I don't think he liked that ball. That's the first time I think Charles didn't like something. I don't even think he could sell it because I don't think did anybody see it because he didn't buy in. At least he didn't look like he bought in. Too Tall, Steve. Y'all watch that by any chance? Because it did not look like your man was enjoying that at all. I think he couldn't get past the over under. See, for me, I didn't have over under, but it could also be the difference in layout, though. I know. A lot of people have that feeling. Layout doesn't matter. Well, layout don't matter until it does, I guess, because I know Charles goes pretty much 60 by something, and for me, I went a little different. I went way different. I went my layout was crazy different. I put a layout on the ball to reduce the flare, and I went 30 by 5.5 by 75. So I mean, just watching his bowl roll, his mine got forward a little faster than his. So, um, but I think that's the very first time I've ever seen Charles not like a bowling ball, man. I think that's nuts. I think maybe he's watching us and he realizes that we call him out. Didn't see it, but I didn't see it, but he had one or two this year that could tell he wasn't feeling. No, this one you could tell because he said it. I think he said he wasn't feeling. He said he may have to lay out, pin down. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, man. That's mine is like I said, mine's 30 by 5.5 by 75. See, I think he watching me. He watched how good I rolled it. And he's like, well, if C can do a pin down, I'm gonna do a pin down. Now for the big discussion. I hope y'all ready for this. So, is any of you guys in the chat businessmen? Because us making YouTube videos is a business. Hey, Steve, you're a member, right? Because I'm gonna post a video showing my setup in the members chat tonight. I did. I shot a quick video of my setup just for you. So I'm gonna post that. I wasn't gonna make a big spectacle out of it or make a big video about it. I was just gonna show the setup and just because you wanted to see what it looks like. But this is what I will say, and I don't know if any of you know what goes into this, but filming a production, bowling, is a production. Like for example, did anybody see how what Darren and Jesse are going through? They're going through their little breakup yesterday. Darren dropped the video talking about Jesse being a narcissist, wanting all the money, blah blah blah. Today, Jesse drops a video like, "No, I'm not. I may have some tendencies. I own my mistakes, but I just try to make everything big and great." So, a production is a big deal. So, understand this. Like, I do my own production. I do. So, let's keep this real. The setup by yourself, just setting up. So, and I didn't see the whole production that Jesse put in place for Darren, but setting up for myself, it takes me about 20 minutes to set up everything, and then it takes me another so many minutes for me to adjust the camera focus and everything to what I want it to be, right? So you got about 30-35 minutes just to do that setup by itself. So then you have your recording part, right? To where you're recording and editing your own videos. If you start dissing your producer, you got well, yeah, because I'm my own producer. So listen though. So it takes a lot of time. So you're recording your videos, right? So now you got all your production set up in place. You have your videos the way you want them, and then what you have from that is and welcome Delta Bombers. I'm you must be new because I'm not familiar with the name, but so then you have your production in place, right? So your production, and now you start to film. So now you're filming, and you know what you're looking for because for me, I'm the producer. I know what I'm looking for. I know everything that I'm trying to do. I know if I'm sounding like a cornball. I know that I'm sounding like whatever, you know. But here's the thing, though: it's the content in which I want to give to you guys. So I film, right? So then, not only do you have your filming piece, right? Because not only do you have your filming piece, but now after your film is over, now you have your shorts that you want to get your shorts. And then after you get your shorts, guess what else you want to do? Now you want to break down everything. And I don't know if you guys know this, but lighting and stuff is not cheap, right? So since your lighting and everything's not cheap, you want to take your time breaking it all down. You want to take your camera down. So then after you do all of that, which is another half hour. So now your production is about 2 hours long, right? So now the best part of all the parts happen. And this is why the Darren thing and Darren and Jesse is so interesting because Darren had it. So all Darren had to do was go in and shoot. So Darren had to do the cool part is what Darren had in place is Darren got to leave, go in, do what Darren loved to do, and leave. So from my understanding, Jesse had to do the setup, Jesse had to do the record, Jesse had to do the teardown, and then Jesse had to go edit. Now, this is the interesting piece, right? So to go in and edit, right? So after you break everything down, you go home. Here's the best part. You gotta edit. Now, editing is not easy by no stretch of the imagination because you gotta be experienced. You gain experience by doing it, but you also have to be a kind of experience doing it because editing takes a while. So you need to go through. So you have to do your edit, right? So now editing can take you up to 2 hours depending on how much you're putting into it. Oh, Steve said I'm listening to you drive home now. Okay, that's just be safe, bro. So you have to. So this all takes time, right? Because it does. Because the time that you're putting into it, now you have to edit it, right? So then after you edit it, you got to upload it. You know what I'm saying? So so in this case, they're arguing. So I can see both ends of the spectrum. But listen though, here's the crazy part. I do everything myself. So from the setup to the recording to break it down. So when the AB's getting her bar reviews done like she did today, and I still have to release it. I shot, I recorded, I set up everything. She recorded, I broke it all down, and then I still got to edit. So, but here's the thing about the Darren thing that catches my attention. They're putting all their business in the street. So you two broke up. What would he do? But and here's the part that I don't think them two understanding is they're both to each other's yin and yang. They work together. You know, Jesse knew what Jesse was signing up to when he decided to be the producer behind the scenes. Answer them in a minute. I promise Darren's perspective, like, look, I shouldn't have did this. I don't think Darren's gonna find a producer to allow him to just walk into the bowling alley and record and then just leave and he doesn't do anything else, who's not gonna want a substantial payday? Because again, you're taking the equipment, you're setting it all up, you're recording it, you're breaking it down, and then you're editing it all, and then you're dropping the content too. So when it's tournament videos and you want to put in music, he's adding all that's being added. Believe me when I tell you that is a full day's work. The person who has the easiest job is the person throwing the ball. For example, AB today. AB came, she shot for 15 minutes. During just her video time though was just 15 minutes and she was done. For me, I had to set it all up, which I'll show behind the scenes. If you remember, you'll see it. So I had to set it all up. You're gonna be like, man. And then after I set it all up, she recorded. I had to tear it all down, and then I have to edit. And on top of edit, I got to make thumbnails and all that other stuff, right? It's so. I mean, hey, I mean, you know. All right, so let's get into some of these things. Yeah, I saw a detailing video, kind of crazy from a business standpoint, but it's really not though. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is facts over feelings. No emotions involved. If I had somebody who was willing to come into the alley, shoot for me, set up, I mean, do the setup, shoot the video, break everything down, edit the video, make the thumbnails, put everything out there. If I had that person, I would get him 50% too. I'm not lying to you. Matter of fact, I might give him 60% because they would say, do you know how much time in the day I would have left if I just had to walk in, roll the ball, and go? Because for me, there's even more. I got to order the ball. We got to drill the ball. We got to figure out the layout to put on the ball. I got to take the balls back and forth to make sure that they're. Are you serious? You see what I'm saying? So if I could get that, listen, I'm paying 50. I'm paying 60% to get that, and that's facts. I'm not even lying to you. That's facts. Because again, I have a family, I have a wife, I have kids, I have a job, I coach. So my time is limited. And I know some of you guys are like, man, coach do not be dropping videos like they hot. Well, that's because I mean, that's an ideal perfect situation. If that's what you want. Why do we stay behind the ball? If we would not produce end over end roll, so we should squeeze the fingers towards the palm after release. I'm confused. Okay, so I'm just gonna call you Ariam. Ariam. Okay, so hitting. I don't understand why you'd be hitting up on the ball. If you're using a traditional release, you're shaking the hand. If you're squeezing in on the palm, you're squeezing in this way. If you're using the yo-yo release, I don't know why you're making a fist. The object is if you're using the yo-yo release, which I'm thinking that you might be from what you're talking about being behind the ball. Only thing you're trying to do is exit thumb first. You don't need to squeeze up on anything because your fingers are in the ball already and they'll automatically stay in the holes and they'll rope up around the ball. Staying behind the ball gives you more control than being around it. When you get around the ball, it creates rotation, which actually makes the ball hook more. So when you're behind it, you actually have control and it'll shape a little less, gives you more control down lane. But again, if you're using the yo-yo release, I'd roll through it, exiting thumb first, fingers rope around the ball, and that's why they talk about being under the equator. Because if you're under the equator and you exit thumb first, your fingers are rope around the ball. Okay, I didn't like how Tang ranted and kept throwing him under the bus. Just saying, just saying y'all broke up. Call. Okay, so I'm with you on that one, Delta. I'm with you. That is a perfectly good idea. He could have just said, "Yo, man, you right. We broke up. He's going his way. I'm going mine. I hope he's successful. I'm with you. What up, fam? This situation is crazy. That's why you need to put all this in writing." And so, but listen though, whether it's in writing or not, so what you have to understand and you have to listen. If Larry, Too Tall, all you guys, if you listen to what they said, you'll hear something very, 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 very smart, but very telling. What you heard them say is as the business grew. So when they first started and there was 1,000 subs, it was nothing. But once they got to a 2,000 and 20,000 subs and 50,000 subs, and so now that channel is making a substantial amount of money. The issue is they seem different in money. One wanted this amount, one wanted this amount. One didn't value what the other one did. That's the problem. That's where we're at right now, guys. Either Darren didn't value what Jesse was doing or Jesse didn't value Darren. But either way it goes, it's a large amount of money. And Jesse felt like Jesse should have got more money because Jesse was putting in all the work. Again, I understand Darren was doing the bowling. I understand that more than you'll ever know. However, Jesse's like, look, while you're rolling the ball, I'm doing everything else. I have made 2-minute videos and sent to my friends' group chat for those to take like 30 minutes to edit sometimes. Who are you telling? So imagine if your video is 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It takes time, a lot of time. And If you don't respect the time that someone's putting in, then that's where you run into errors at. I get I get Jesse did a lot, especially from the live league nights, but in my opinion, we're just a couple of years from AI doing all the hours of editing in a few seconds. Not worth half the brand. I'm sorry to tell you this, Too Tall. I'm sorry to tell you this. I don't care what AI system you get, it'll never do the editing better than we will. Because AI will never understand what Clarence wants. It'll never understand what Clarence was looking for. It'll never understand any of that. Some things in life AI won't be able to touch, and this is one of them. Now, if you just want some random somebody just throwing the ball random like a short, sure you can get an AI to do that. But like a ball review and all those things, nah, it can't do it. Sorry. And here's another thing you got to ask yourself. Also, Too Tall. Would the brand be what it is if Jesse wasn't behind the camera? Because now Darren's got to find somebody to be behind the camera and do the whole job Jesse does for less money? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What up, fam? This situation is crazy. That's why before you do things like this, put everything in writing so both parties know where. Now, Larry, that's 100% accurate. However, 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 Larry, here's the problem you run into. At some point in time, the brand might outgrow the contract. Graham in the building. What up, cuz? Did you hear what I just told you? The brand could outgrow the contract. For example, the contract that Darren and Jesse originally signed was Jesse got $1,000 for every 4 videos. Now, if that contract stayed true, Jesse would make 1,000 per 4. The channel grew to over 200,000 subs. So Darren's making what, 60,000 a month, and Jesse get 1,000 for 4 videos. Again, sometimes you have to. The contract's got to be equal to the footing. But also here's the deal though. You got to understand that when you're doing these videos, you're not doing them by yourself. Now, for me, I'm doing all the production by myself. And like I said, I'm even going to show y'all all the production. I'm going to show you everything that's behind the scenes. I'm going to show the camera setup and everything. Steve said, Taser in the building for all the wrong reasons right now. And here's the thing. So now you got to ask yourself, is there such thing as bad press, or is it all good press? You got to ask yourself that question. It cuts both ways. Let's see what Jesse can power enough. Look at all the body of work that Jesse's already. See, here's the thing. This to a test. Every person that watches League Night with Darren Tang, for Darren Tang, put a 1 in the chat. For every person that watches League Night with Darren Tang, for Lance, put a 2 in the chat. Let's put this through the test. Just out of curiosity, I'm asking for a friend. Every person that watches League Night live, whether you watch it live or later, put a 1 in the chat for Darren, 2 for Lance. Because what you guys got to understand is the business is bigger than the two people. So, here's an example. Jesse said that Lance was his idea. Lance exponentially brought views. Lance is a funny guy. Lance is pretty awesome. People watch the channel just for him. Watch League Night, I should say, just for him. So how does that fit into the equation? Right, Too Tall. You do, right. I got you there because you watch it based on Lance. So again, Lance was Jesse's idea. Jesse stepped aside. Lance came in. The channel grew exponentially. What grew because of Lance? See, but then also check this out. There's another piece to this puzzle. There is no other YouTube channel that films the way theirs channel actually started filming the way they did. They actually revolutionized it. They changed the game. So that was done because of Jesse's also production. So the channel exponentially grew because of his production. Whether or not we like to admit it, it doesn't matter. What's going on, Revs? Revs, and my boy in the building. So that's what I'm saying. You guys gotta put this in perspective. See, for me, I don't have that problem. For me, I am that guy. I do every single thing. Everything that they do, I do. My whole production, I do it. That's why I don't have the camera follow me and all those things because I'm doing it. It's hard. It's too hard to be in front and behind the camera. I don't have that kind of help. Maybe when I get to 20,000 subs, maybe it's a little different. But see, but here's the difference between me and them. See. I started it by myself, so I understand the value and the equity in having a guy like Jesse. I understand it because I've done it all myself this long. Revs can tell you, hey Revs, how long does it take you to edit a short? Just a little bitty video. How long does that take you? Revs can tell you it ain't a walk in the park, man. Hey, congratulations, Revs, on a 634. That's hot. Wait a second. Darren never said in his video he put Lance on. Darren said that he just didn't want to bowl with Jesse. He never specified how that happened. Do you guys see that in the chat? Do you see that? Rev said for a short, it takes him about 40 minutes to edit it. Just for a short. And a short is something that's less than a minute. 40 minutes. So understand all when Darren makes a 15-minute video, 20-minute video, understand the time that takes to edit. Now think about this. Darren ain't editing it. Darren went in, bowled what Darren does for a living, which is bowl, and then he left all the work up to somebody else. Rev says sometimes longer if your computer is slower. Facts. But that's the whole point. The point is and I'm not I don't want to harp on this, guys, but I need you guys to understand the perspective of both parties. Don't devalue Jesse at all. Because here's what you have to understand, right? Darren is a professional bowler. He says it in his thing, bowling is what he loves to do. So him going in and doing a bar review, shooting that video is nothing for him. It's a walk in the park. It's a walk in the park. So Darren spent 15 minutes doing it. Darren spent hear me. Let me say it again. Darren. So here's if Jesse found another high quality. Jesse called me tomorrow. Jesse said, "Hey, coach, I dig it. Check this out. I'm in Vegas, right? I know I'm in Vegas. I know you in Illinois. But what we gonna do is this: we gonna meet this time of year at this place, and we gonna film these videos. Let's go into business together. How long do you think? If time out, if I had Darren's production behind me, how long do you think it take me to get to 200,000 subs? It might take me a couple years, but I promise you, I get there faster than I will doing it by myself. And I'm not knocking myself. This is just facts over feelings. When it comes to business, you got to take your feelings out of the equation and run with only facts only. Steve said, as a business owner, time is money. You better believe it is, player. And that's the thing. Darren wasn't having to spend any of his time to do any of the work. And that's the thing that when people are watching this video, they're not tracking. And am I knocking Darren? Hell no, because Darren is a smart businessman. Darren was able to build a site with 200,000 subs, make a bowling coaching website, make clothing, He was able to do all of that with a limited amount of time. Guys, do you know how awesome that is? Do you know how impressive he is as a business owner? He did all that with the least amount of time and apparently spending the least amount of money. That's that's love. The love of money is the root of all evil. It can tear up best friends and families. But Larry, that is not a lie. However, do you know what else is the root of all evil? Not knowing one's worth and then figuring it out along the way. That's the problem. I get editing time because now I'm editing and posting videos, and Darren is going to get that too. Now, you better believe it, or he's going to have to pay somebody more money. Funny thing, I'm just editing one angle. Some people, hey, Revs, I'm telling you what, dude. If you watch my earlier videos, I used to have the dual cameras. Dog, that junk used to take me like 2.5 hours just to sync the cameras together. Just the cameras. That's why I stopped. Just syncing the cameras together. I'm telling you, it used to, man, listen, it used to take me that long just for that alone. And then all the rest of it. I'm telling you, that job was crazy. I might go back to it though, because now I'm a little better and more efficient. My takeaway wasn't that Jesse cost too much. It was that Darren couldn't stand working with him anymore. No, no, no. Well, that was your takeaway too tall. My takeaway was something different. My takeaway was it was money. Because Darren said it several times over. Money, 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 money. Jesse took money. Jesse wanted money. Money, money. Jesse's account he would pay out. Like is this. I don't want you guys or anyone to watch that and be like, man, Jesse just ripped him. Because believe it or not, it takes a lot of hard work to film, set up, film, and edit. It does. To set up the lightings. Man, look, like I said, I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if it'll let me do it in this thing. So I'm gonna check this out. I know you guys are on Discord, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I'm going to I'm going to in Discord right now, I'm going to post the light video. Here in Discord right now, I just posted the setup, my setup. Wait, I don't know. Maybe it didn't let me. Nope, it's not letting me. Hold on, hold on. Before we get off this, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. Oh, you want me to post a Telegram? Hold on, let me copy. Here's the link. Boop. Coach, you better make sure you are taking care of Coach AAB to Sean and the rest of the bad bowling team. They good. They all good. You definitely not. You definitely do not want a major overhead if you do fail. I'm trying to learn angles so you can see the ball and me cleanly. Hey, angles is a big thing. Post the link. I posted the link. The link is in the chat. I went to CapCut templates to save time. I've never done the CapCut template ever. Never ever. Hold on. Let me see if this. All right. So okay, I just posted one. I'm about to post another one in there real quick. So I'm posting in Discord. The setup. All right. So I posted in Discord the setup. Graham, did you get that link? Okay. So RM. Um, we are behind the ball, but we're not behind it like you think. We are using what's called a yo-yo release, right? So we're rolling out of the ball and we're rolling out thumb first, which is allowing us to have an end over end result. Um, it's different than shooting spares. Spares, you just flat out of it, but we're not flat out of it. We're rolling out of it. It's like a yo-yo. We're rolling out. We're rolling out, rolling out, rolling out. So it's not the same characteristics as shooting a spare. But guys, in Discord, I just Steve in Discord because I know you had asked about it before. I posted um my setup in Discord. Sometimes I run another big light. I'll run two big lights, and then the little stuff. But all that's in there. I didn't think any of them are saying be completely behind it. Have to have a little bit of axis rotation. You're naturally gonna have a little bit anyway. But you're trying to have you're trying to be at 35, 40 degrees. But again, being flat behind it and being behind it and coming through the ball is a lot different. They're two different things. That's like me. I can throw my spare ball flat, and you can watch the videos if you like. Any of the videos you can watch, like the bar reviews I just did. You'll see me throw my spare ball, and even though I'm behind it, I'm flat. I never load, unload, nothing. It's just flat release, and then um, but when we're rolling the ball, we're rolling out of it. As we come forward, we're rolling out. I haven't tried upgrading to lights yet. Just the tripod and the mic is a lot. Yeah, hey Revs, go on the Discord and look at that setup, dude. Go ahead, go take a look at it. Go ahead. It is a lot. It's a lot. It is. Believe it or not, it's harder for me to shoot someone else. And this is the crazy part. This is why I feel for Jesse because it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier for me to shoot myself than it is to shoot someone else because I understand where I need to be. I understand my cues. Like if I'm gonna miss it, you guys ever notice that if I'm gonna step off a shot, I'll tend to step off left when I. The reason why and normally I never do that. The reason why I step off left is because I understand where the camera's at. When you're shooting somebody, whether it's Tashawn or AB or whomever, they lose track of space. So and that can mess up your whole production because they'll throw a shot and you can't see anything. You see what I'm saying? So understanding position is so important, man. I just can't stress that enough. And when you're shooting someone, you got to take all that into account. Like shaking hands. Dad would say release the ball like shaking hands. Oh yeah, that's actually true, Steve. And that's that old school release. But I don't know enough about you, Mr. to figure out. I don't know enough about you or seeing you throw the ball to understand how you're looking. I step off right to make sure you see the ball motion. Right, Rebs, right. But think about it, Rebs. If you were shooting someone else, no matter how many times you tell them, they just don't get it. They don't. They don't get it. I feel you, Rebs. But I feel like everyone should be practicing with their phones on their tripods, watching themselves bowl to help so much. Too tall. I agree with that, but I also listen, man. I feel like there's an old expression, too tall. A lawyer that defends himself has a fool for a client, right? I feel like that as coaching oneself. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. Like for example, me and A can watch my video. A'll see this. I'll watch my video and I'll see this. Facts. Just facts. Next time, say 200%. Hey, Graham, what is it saying? That's weird. Hold on, Graham. Copy. Let me see something. I'm gonna try to get in myself, Graham. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, Lord. I got Graham. I got right in. Hold on, Graham. I got an idea. Copy link. There you go, Graham. I text hey Graham, I just text you the link. See if that'll help let you get in. Right. Right. But then you can send the video to you and A and get real coaching. No, that makes sense. Steve, you can't get in either? What the world? Graham, try that link I just sent you. Steve, are you in my Discord? Yeah, you are. I'm trying to figure out why I won't let you in. Steve, send me a message on Discord. Let me send you the link. This ain't making no sense. Why can't you get it? Okay, look, Graham is in. Graham, say something.
Yeah, that link worked.
See? There we go. Can you guys hear Graham? What's up, Object? How you doing, my good brother, Mr. Ethics? Hey, too tall. You'll get a chance to help him. You'll get a chance to tell him. He just had to take the day off. I hate when you zoom in close. Then the whole shot fuzzy. Yeah, that's the picks. So what's up, Graham? What's cracking?
Oh, ain't nothing to it, man. Just bowling.
You bowling
Got
tonight?
it. Yeah, I gotta do a tournament tomorrow. I got a regional this weekend.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dang, too tall boy. The personal best 259. You want to come out? try to get.
Nice. Nice
Yeah,
two talks, 259. Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Steve, send me a message in Discord. Let me get you in here.
Yeah, Steve, get on, man. Let's talk some bowling.
I'm not gonna talk about the game before or after though. so what's so
It's actually Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yep. Practice is Sunday. It is in Fort Lauderdale.
Florida?
Yep.
Every day about bowling winter league. Rumble. Hey man, if you can bowl winter league ethics, I know that's gonna be exciting for you because you've been injured a lot, going through a lot of stuff, man. I'm glad you're getting better. So what you taking with you?
Uh, I'm taking 16 balls. I normally take 4 bags. I don't think I'm gonna use all 16, but I'm taking 16. But it's on 35 foot. It's gonna be a lot of year. It's gonna be a urethane fest. Pattern is gonna get stretched, and it's gonna turn into something totally different. Like that's what I be trying to explain when we talk about urethane, and if it's not this or whatever the case may be. When you throw urethane on an actual sport shot, it just stretches the pattern. It
Yeah.
turns something that's super short into something that's really long. So then you got to get something really aggressive and try to get to the pocket.
Well, you also have to turn the corner to do that though. So
Yes.
what a lot of people what the hell? You getting that right now? That's ice cream. You don't even eat dairy. What are you talking about? Is dairy free? You gonna give me one? I'm serious. If you gonna have it, so am I.
And that's about the only thing that I really actually miss about being on staff. The only thing I really miss about being on staff is they will go out there and watch what's going on, and they tell you what happened on that lane before you got to it.
So wait a minute. So here's the deal though, right? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Um, here's what people don't understand, Grammy. This is something you should have told them before you got into your solid. When you stretch the lane, what you guys have to understand is that your thing's taking the oil from the front of the lane and taking it down the lane.
Correct.
So when he's talking about going to a solid, he's not talking about throwing the same line. He's going to have to move himself left in the ordinary to get oil on the heads and get it back out to that break point. Because if he does not, that ball is going to burn up on him early because
Correct.
there's no oil right there. And it causes the ball
Correct.
to actually hook twice.
Correct. Absolutely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right. But what you got to understand, Graham, is all of these guys aren't familiar with these things.
Gotcha.
That's right, Larry. Co-host with the most, Mr. Graham. I like it. So, and that's the thing. Like a lot of these guys are house bowlers, so they don't get a chance to understand that. And then they think that they will just have free hook. Nah, that's not how that works.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm. Trust me, I know. What? I don't want none of those on there.
So, how did you do in that regional that I didn't actually end up making it to?
Oh, I didn't go to it. I was hurt.
Gotcha.
That's my problem, man. I'm always hurt. I need to. I need a new knee and a hip. For those of you who don't know, I'm about to be 50.
So you still, yet and still, you haven't done your first regional yet on the PBA tour.
Nope. No, but I'm building there though. Hey, can I tell you a secret, Graham?
What you got?
I wasn't ready.
I think you was ready, coach. I've been watching your videos.
I wasn't ready, Graham. I wasn't ready. I'm telling you right now, I wasn't ready. I could have went and did okay, but I wouldn't have cashed. I wouldn't. I wasn't ready at all. Do you know why? Oh, Graham left us. I'm sure he'll be back. And guys, the reason why I'm saying I wasn't ready is I wasn't ready mentally, and my game wasn't exactly ready physically.
Hmm.
Did you hear that part, Graham?
No, I didn't. Say it again.
I said I wasn't ready mentally, and my game wasn't ready for the PBA regionals physically
Why you feel like that?
because I was still allowing bad things to agitate me. And you know when something goes wrong and you get agitated, it's like quicksand. Like one go wrong, two go wrong, and if you allow yourself to get agitated, then the whole thing just blows up. So that was rule number one. Rule number two, I would second guess my physical game when I had to get my feet like 50, 54, 55. I would physically I would physically question myself. You know, if I had to get that far left,
Right.
I don't physically guess myself anymore. Matter of fact, I prefer to be over there now. I do. I prefer it because I got a lot more hand in the ball. So, and also, Graham, I didn't have the right equipment. I know that sounds crazy with all the balls I got, right?
You didn't bring the right equipment.
No, I didn't have the right equipment.
Gotcha.
I told that's right, Rev. Right, Revs. That's what I was talking about. Yes, I know I'm still young, Larry. You ain't got to tell me I feel good. Okay, so here's what I mean, Graham. I have a lot of bowling balls, but they all. So I have like 20 bowling balls with 3.5 inch pin on them. I have like 20 balls with 5 inch pin on them. But here's the thing: I didn't have anything that would get me when in the burn get me a little cleaner.
Right.
Here's an example. Did you get a chance to watch the hypes video on the Infinity Quest from Brunswick? I mean, Graham's muted, so he must have muted himself. Whoa, that was a lot. My browser, Steve's browser is blocking it. That ain't cool. But if you would send me a message on
So yeah. Say it again, coach.
I said okay. Um, did you get a chance to watch the hyped video on the Infinity Quest by Brunswick?
Yes, I did. I watch everything that Charles puts out, man. I know that he repeats every ball is you got to have it, but I still watch his stuff.
Hey, he didn't say that about that one.
He did not.
He did not say that about that one. No,
He did
he
not.
did not say that about that one. And it's crazy because I like that ball. I like that ball a lot. And here's the funny part. But do you know what the difference between mine and his was? And this is something that I'm learning that I didn't understand. That's why I said I wasn't ready for regionals. On his ball, he went 65 by 5 by 30 or something like that, right?
Mhm.
On
Yeah.
mine, I went 30 by 5.5 by 75.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
You
my
changed the
ball
pin
got
distance. Yeah.
yeah. So mine is a lot smoother. So here's the funny part. My ball starts its roll up earlier, but it's smoother, cleaner. So and it's more controllable. His on the other hand wasn't, so that's why he's seen so much over under. I've never yo when I threw that ball in a review, I never even touched it with surface. I never did nothing. I just threw it out of the box.
Correct.
So that's what I'm learning. I'm learning that I can have more control even on balls that have a higher differential. So these are things that I'm learning now that are going to make me better when I jump onto the regional tour.
But see, the thing about it with Charles is he puts the same layout on every ball that he gets
Yes.
just to test it,
Yes.
and you kind of can't do that.
Rev said the same thing. Charles used the same letter. But see, but Graham, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I was doing. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Because once I started having to get to like 35, 37, 40 with my feet on a sport shot, I was seeing bad reactions, over, under, all these things. And now that I'm using other layouts, longer pins, more control, now my reaction is different.
Yeah,
Now, if I had to get left, okay, let's go. Matter of fact, I probably jump left before everybody else do.
absolutely, absolutely.
And the fact is, and I don't know if you noticed this, Grandma, my rev rate just went up again.
No, I noticed. I've been watching your videos, every single one that you post. I'm like, yeah, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why I'm asking you, like, why did you not think you were ready for the regionals? Because from I never stood next to you in person, but it looks to me like you are.
Oh, my rev rate's there.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
every
to me
I'm
like you
every bit of
are ready for regional tournaments.
yeah. I'm really high 400s, just about five. But again, it comes about control though, and that's how you scoring. Me creating the scores is by control, and I'm learning that now. And it's funny because A has been pushing me for the longest time to be playing with these layouts. And I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, layouts don't matter." The hell they don't. On the sports shot, yes they do.
Oh, they make a lot. They make a difference. They
Yeah,
make a
hell they
difference.
don't.
And so here's what I was saying. Is the reason why I wanted to jump on today was because I think a lot of people was taking what I was saying yesterday or the day before out of context. It wasn't that I was disagreeing with you all. What I was saying is it takes a professional to to actually be able to see the difference in between ball reaction. So somebody that actually bowls on a house shot can't see that that ball picked up 10 feet earlier than what it would have picked up at a totally different time. So the reason why I am totally with you to say no, you don't need to just watch professionals bowl. But if you're on that level, it will help you to only watch professionals bowl
Oh, it will.
because they're they're training their eye for something different.
See,
They're
Graham, you know what's funny? What you said that when I watch Mikey Tang bowl, I do it mute.
I watch all of my ball reviews on mute.
Yeah, I watch it on mute. The reason why is because I don't care what he's saying. I care about where I should watch the ball pick up at. That's it. Just that's the only thing that matters to me, where it picks up at. But you know who I can't watch and see that? Lewis. One handed or two handed, it doesn't matter.
Luis Napolis?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Oh yeah,
And he's a great guy, great, good bowler. But his rev rate is kind of on the lower side, so it doesn't help me. Does that make sense?
it doesn't help you at all.
None at all. Zero. Zero. Darren does. I like watching Darren, even though he's two handed, because his core tumbles generally about the same place mine does on a lane,
Correct.
and Mikey's do too, for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you a funny story about Luis. I went and actually met Luis, and we bowled two games that we recorded, and were actually supposed to go up on his channel, and he chose not to put those videos up
Why?
because I smoked him.
So, listen, man. If me and you meet up and we both and you beat me, you beat me. Who cares? I'm still putting it up there.
Yep. He did not put those videos up, and that right there is what when I knew, nah, this guy's not the guy.
Listen, you know what? It's funny because I remember when Conley first came here, his boys was like, "Yo, go see Coach C." I was like, "Whatever, man. We bowl, whatever. I don't care. I'm not like that, man. I'm a man. I don't win, lose, draw, whatever. I don't care." But you'll have if you do beat me, you have to see me again. Rev said I used a different layout on my vibe, and now it's like a whole new world. Facts.
Correct. Correct.
And
Because people,
Larry said I saw that too, Coach. Your rev rate went up. It did. It really did. Okay, so Graham, this is a great question. Too Tall said it makes sense that some balls would do better with certain layouts. But how did you know better? How did you know to put that layout on that ball?
well, for me, and
No,
I'm only speaking for me. Revs, too tall is there's not one right answer. All right. So for me, I look at the ball surface. Is it pearl? Is it solid? Is it hybrid? What do I want this ball to do before I start trying to lay it out? Okay. So for me, when it comes to what I'm trying to get out of that ball reaction, I look at what I want that ball to actually do. So if you're throwing let's say a pearl is naturally going to go longer down lane than a solid. If you want it to snap, you shorten that pin buffer, and you get it to come around the corner a little bit earlier. So the thing for me is I look at what surface, what ball it is, and I determine that way on what layout that I want to put on it. And I miss sometimes. I'm not perfect. I miss sometimes. Sometimes I put 3 inch pin on a ball, and it doesn't actually do what I want it to do. But then I change that layout, and it actually does. I get the same ball motion that I want, that I was actually looking for. So there's not an exact science to it, but you have to look at your ball surface, the ball that you got, what it comes at, and that's how you determine what layout you want to put on it.
for me it's a little for me, see, everybody has a different way. And here's what I want you guys to understand. There is no right way or wrong way. There's just a way.
There's not. Yep.
So for me it's a little different. So here's an example. Like right now at the pro shop, I have a the steel forge being drilled, and then I have the hyper venom being drilled also. Okay, so what I look for is the core number one. So if the ball skid flip, then I'm gonna put a different layout on the skid flip than I would a pearl that's rounder. Does that make sense to you guys? So the hyper venom is gonna get the 30 by 5.5 by 75. Why are they gonna get it? It's because it's a low differential, so I want to lower the flare, and I want it to be more controlled. So I know what I want. The steel forge is rounder, a lot rounder. So I know that that ball I'm gonna have control with it already. So my goal is I just want that ball to do what I want it to do, but I want it to get a little more length. So with that one, I went 65 by 6.5 by 40 because I'm not trying to make it any more aggressive. I just want it to be smooth and clean and controlled. You see what I'm saying, Graham? That's how I line mine up.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that.
And I really only go 3.5 on like I ordered the Evoke too. I'm ordering the Evoke. I'm gonna put 3.5 on the Evoke. I want that to start up early. So strong balls I want to start up early. The other ones I want to just do what I have to. Forever have a question about the VOD. Why did you change the layout? That's a good question for Revs. So Steve said it's funny because Steve, yes, Radical does give you the layout for their bowling balls. However, the layouts that they give you for never works for me. How about you, Graham?
No, not at all.
It
Not
did
at
not
all.
work for me. Hey, and listen, this is something else that's really important, guys. When you put in as much work as I have, and I'm not tooting my own horn, this is very educational. What I'm about to tell you. When you put in as much work as me, you change your physical game and your release. You better check your PAP because my PAP changed. What do you think of that, Graham?
Correct. Absolutely. You absolutely. And that's it. So we're gonna get into this whole little spew about pro shops, and I actually work and help out in a pro shop. PAP is important. The way that you roll the ball is important. It is key and it is critical to having repetitive ball motion.
Yep,
If you're going somewhere and you're getting a ball drilled and they do not know your PAP, leave.
yep,
It's so important.
it is. Like, and here's how I noticed. So my rev rate went up exponentially. I mean, we all can agree. But I noticed that my flare lines are starting to get. It was starting to get closer and closer to my thumb, and now it's starting to roll over it.
Really. So
Yeah.
are you catching back flare or no?
No. Nope. The first 10 feet, it's goop, goop, goop. And then it'll.
Really?
Yep. That's how much my rubber. That's how much my PAP changed. Yeah. Yep. That's how much my PAP changed in that short amount of time.
That's insane, coach.
Huh?
That's insane. On
Well, I mean,
on the front end of it.
yeah, on the front end of it, yes, yes. I'm real talk, dog. You can hear it. Listen, listen. Go back and watch my video, right? And it's when I'm trying to put all that hand in, you'll hear it. Go back and turn the volume on, and just listen, and you'll hear it. Gunk, 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 gunk. And that's my PAP change. Coach, just talked to my PSO yesterday about checking my PAP for my Jacko Onyx before he drilled it. I want a strong, snappy back end before I drill it.
Did he do it? Did he
I'm
do it, Steve?
I'm 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 sorry, but you got the wrong ball.
Absolutely. For one, let's make
You
that
got
point.
the Steve, you got the wrong ball. Unless you're gonna put like a 6-inch pin on that bad boy, but then you're defeating the purpose of it. And Steve, the
Again,
reason why I
and
say that
that's
is because that ball is really early and it gets forward early too. So the back end, I don't know, for a strong back end, a
that's not
snappy
the
back
ball.
end. I mean, a strong snappy back end with the Jackal Onyx. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's not the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. What up, Red? What up, Cuz? What up, gangsta? Yeah, I'm for real. Don't be
What's
mad at
going
me for
on,
saying
Red?
that, Steve. But
Too tall.
yeah, don't be mad, Steve, for me saying that. But and don't get it twisted. You know, I'm a motive guy right now. That's my what? I'm a motive guy right now. But
Motive is not missing.
but the Listen, the Jackal Onyx is probably one of the top three strongest solids out there.
out there. Yep, correct, correct. I
Just
agree with that.
period. It's up there with the old gym. You remember how strong the old gym used to be? That's like the
Yes,
OG. It's
yes,
strong like that. So I'm telling you, when you get a ball like that, that ball reads early. It's supposed to read closer to you.
yeah.
It's about control. So a snappy back end with that kind of strength, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe your PSO no more than I do. Should you, I mean, if wait a minute, do you want a solid with a snappy back end? Is that what you want?
So Steve, you're choosing the wrong ball to actually have a snappy back end. That ball is it's gonna pick up early. You might not be able to see it with your eyes, but that ball is picking up probably 10,
Hey
15
Grant,
feet.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. He might be able to manipulate the core.
He can manipulate the court, but that ball is still gonna pick up early.
190 average. Really? Did you watch did you watch my video that I just dropped the other day? The stealth solid? I mean, it's not as strong as the Jaguanics, not even close. However, do you see the backing on that thing? That's because the layout I put on that bad boy. That layout, Graham, I put on that thing was 30 by what did I put on that, Graham? I put 30 by I don't even remember what I put on that thing, dude.
I can't remember either.
Oh, I put 30 by five. I put that 30 by 5.5 by 75 on that thing.
By 75, yep.
Yeah, I made that thing smooth as ever. And the back end is sick. But then again, it's two different types of balls though. Yeah, Steve, that hysteria is definitely smooth. Steve, are you looking for what are you looking for? See, that's the thing. If you why would you be looking for snappy with a solid?
Again, this is why I answered the question the way that I answered it. You you have to know the ball, right? So you have to know the ball, you have to know the cover, you have to know the surface. You got to know all of that information before you decide what layout you're gonna put on it. You can't make something that's as early and chalky as the ball we're talking about. You can't make that skit flip. It's not gonna happen.
Um, Red, some centers do, and some centers put down less oil in the summer and more in the fall. That's why it's still in the box for 4 months. Steve, funny as hell. Um, yeah, Steve, I'm trying to figure out. You got that's what you got to figure out, man. You got to figure out what you wanted to do. I mean, every bowling ball that I get, even if I'm every bowling ball I get for me, I have a purpose. Like for example, these are the balls from Motive that I gotta call in order. I gotta call in order the clutch, the primal shock, the EJ Jackal, and the Evo. I know where they're all going. I know how I'm gonna line them up too.
But you also know, based off of those balls, what layouts you're gonna put on them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And you gotta want. And then if you ask me, well, why you go with the Evoke over the Jackal Onyx? Because I can't see the Jackal Onyx. You should. Everybody should know by now. I like colorful balls. The primal shock is just. I'm gonna do my best. A seems to think I should be able to see it pretty well, but we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I don't know how bright that primal shock is, but
Larry, the Theorem Solid is a really good ball. I
yeah,
I I just threw. I probably threw 4 games with it. I bowled 300 twice and 279, 289. It's a really good ball, but we're also talking about a house shot. So don't let those scores make you think that it's a must have. I was bowling on a house shot. I didn't get there early enough to put a sport pattern down.
I'm just that ball's just something else. But then again, if you watch my review and everybody else's review, I'm the only my review I should have probably a little. My videos probably has a little more control than theirs do, because again, my layout made it so much smooth for me down lane. I mean, my last 15 feet, that ball was acting stupid. So, but that track theorem solid is a beast. But
It
all the
is.
theorems are good though. There's the only theorem that wasn't very good is the pearl. The hybrid was fire. You remember that one, Graham? The purple
Yes.
hybrid?
Yes. That
That
ball
jump
was
was fire.
yeah, that ball was amazing.
Yeah, that was like ball of the year type stuff.
And so that's where my um I guess not popular feedback yesterday was coming from, because coach, like, you're not a pro, you're not a staffer, you
But
are a pro, you are a pro. I'll give you that credential. You are a pro. You may not have your pro
hey, Graham,
card.
You know where I'm not a pro at? On a house shot.
You may not have your pro card, but you are a pro because you think the same way we do in everything else.
What's up, TG?
You may not be on staff. So my argument yesterday was just simply saying, like, when you're a pro and you do this as a profession, you're actually trained to look at the differences between the ball. That's how you know when this ball is different from that ball. Look at Belmo. He dropped an identity and then he dropped another identity. No regular person that bowls on house shots is gonna see the difference between those identities.
But
But a
there is,
pro
because of the
will.
color, there is a difference.
There is a difference. That purple one, I promise you to God, I've thrown both of them. That purple one picks up about 10 feet earlier.
Yeah, no, I believe you. Because of the color variation changes the makeup of the ball. But a lot of house shot bowlers don't know that. But look, Graham, I'm not. Listen, dog, my house shot game is garbage. Oh, my rev rate on low volume is not good.
Well, that's good. That's good as far as your pro career goes, because we don't bowl on house shots.
I
I
know
don't.
that's no, but
I
that's why I'm.
literally don't bowl. I sub.
Hey, that's why I don't care. Man, listen, man, I could care less. Listen, you know why I'm bowling in a fall league? I'm bowling in fall league because my friends are. I'm bowling in two leagues: a sports shot league and a house shot league. The house shot league, I'm going because my friends are. That's it. That's it. That's all, man. Hey, Graham, are you gonna go to nationals at 26?
Yeah,
Who you going with?
I'm gonna go with you.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got the text message from you.
Yeah, I sent you, but you never responded.
I did respond. I said, oh, all right, cool, coach. Let me know. Look at your phone.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Boop. Oh, you did. You said, yeah, okay, sound good. All right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. While they can tell us about the ball, which is good, they normally throw the best. See, that's the thing. I ain't got to read no more. TG, I already know what you're talking about. Pros don't. It's hard if you're not a pro. It's hard for you to watch them. I never learned anything from them. I never learned anything from them. Oh, and guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. We're gonna make the break point. It won't be next Sunday though, because my family going on a mini vacation before school start for my boys. But don't worry, I'll go live. I think I'm gonna go live this Thursday before we leave, and then I'll go live when we get back on Tuesday. Ooh, and we got our league shirts too. Ooh, wait till y'all see these, man. These league shirts are sweet.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that I was talking about yesterday when or the day before when we had that conversation about Mikey Tang and should you watch only pros throw balls and all that. It made sense to a certain extent, but it doesn't. Also, it doesn't because you have to watch your preference. You have to watch where you're at as a bowler.
So here's the deal, right? Watching Mikey Tang is bad for business. Here's why. If you're a league bowler, you probably never crossed 32. Especially if you're a true league bowler, your rev rate's about 250, 290. You never crossed 32. However, he started at 40 with his feet. You're not you'll never see that. That's something that me and Graham do.
Correct.
That's for us. That's not for you.
Correct.
So
Also,
when you see me going from this to this, that's for you. That's for you.
also that house that he bowls at, I have actually bowled there, and it is really, really, really dry. So he chose the wrong place to say only watch me.
Right. And T it was a high friction
It
plane.
is a high friction center. Like it is really high.
No, can you put in the refrigerator? I'm almost done. Thanks. Um, ATG, you're right. They are there for sales. Let's keep it a buck. That's the name of the business. They are there for sales. ATG, you can watch me throw bad shots and keep them on film. Did you see what I put in the short the other? I left it. It was in the video too. The five. What was it? The 5 7 10.
Oh, you left a Lily?
Yeah, it's
You
in the
left a Lily,
it's
coach?
in the infinite. It's in the Infinity Quest video. I
I
sure as
didn't
hell
catch.
did,
I
bro.
didn't catch that. I didn't know you left a Lily.
I've never. That's the first time I've ever left it. Hey, and out my hands, I was like, "Oh, that's a good shot." And then bloop, and I was like, "Oh snap!" Like, what is that? Yo, for real, Grant. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Yo, hold on, wait. How did I do this?" Real talk. It's in there though. See, that's how I know you didn't watch the Infinity Quest video. Because if you didn't watch it, you'd be like, "What?" And it's I did. I put a short on it too. I said in the short, the short title was, "I bet you can't do this." That John was crazy, yo. I was like, "Wow."
Wow,
That Johnson never happened to me. I should turn these lights on, but I'm scared mosquitoes will come find me.
Larry. I don't know, but I can answer that question a whole lot better next Sunday when we get on because I will absolutely be throwing the theorem this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yeah, that is why I watch your videos. Yeah, I mean, I can be way left to start. I just it is what it is. Now with my rev rate shoot going up again, I almost have to be way even on a fresh shot. But it's all right though. But that's the key too, Graham. You gotta tell him that's the key. That's the magic behind it because when you when you're gonna start way left like that, you got to make sure you have equipment and the right layout to make sure that the ball's gonna turn the corner. Because turning the corner isn't the problem; it's storing enough energy.
Storing enough energy. Yep, correct.
That's the problem.
Correct.
I think the Thurum will do just great in a sports shot in the tournament.
And when you get off house shots, making that corner is not as easy as it appears to be.
Well, Graham, it depends on how accurate you are. Because if you hit the out of
Correct.
bounds, it ain't easy. But if
Correct.
you, and it depends on too if you're on a 1-on-1. So inside is 1-on-1. It ain't complicated. I mean, you could
Correct.
have a 290 rev rate and do that,
Correct.
but the ideal is accuracy, and then being in the right ball, because if it slides too far, you're going to catch out of bounds. If it reads too early, you're going to jack left. You just got to be right.
Accuracy, accuracy, and right ball. So I hear you talking, coach, and I'm sitting up here still trying to figure out the reason why you felt like you wasn't ready for this reason. Like
Because
you,
I didn't have my equipment right. But now that
okay,
I got my equipment right, we good though. That's what I was telling you, Graham. I ain't had the equipment right.
okay, okay, okay. So
Hey,
then that means I'll see you soon, then,
Larry,
right?
Larry and Tall said, I seen that short. That's crazy. Man, who are you telling? Because the shot looked good until it didn't. I was watching Coach when he was just getting started. I told him I respected the fact that he didn't edit out the bad shots. I still don't edit out the bad shots. I still don't edit out the bad shots, and I'm not going to start. I don't care. Enjoy it with me. That's the name of the game is bad shots. Hey, y'all ever hear that song started from the bottom now we here? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Started from the bottom now we here. Hey Graham, but you're right. Right now, I am ready to be a pro. I'm ready to do it now, I think. I think I'm ready now. And I didn't realize like how many pros are up here like Jerry Mars. He lives in Carpentersville. He's right up the road from me. I had no idea. And Jordan Hastings, all these guys, they're all man. Cam Crow, Chicago. I mean, I got so many people. It looked
You
good
you
for my
you were big. You were big. You were big. All right. So everybody in the chat, uh, let's give me y'all sleeper pick for the PBA season 2026. Last year, your pick was Cam Crow.
This year, my pick is Cam Crow. This year, my pick is Cam Crow. I think Cam Crow is going to have a major breakout.
Cam Crow is a
Do you know
great guy.
what's gonna enhance bowling? Cam Crow. Mark
Cam
my
Crow.
words. Hear me right now. Cam Crow is going to remake bowling. His smile, his charisma, his personality. He's gonna make bowling great again. Not that it's not great now, but he's gonna bring people to it.
He's an absolute wonderful guy. I've bowled with him many times.
Oh, he
I,
is. He's a phenomenal young man.
yeah, he's amazing.
He's gonna do. He's gonna bring the. This is gonna sound crazy, but he's gonna bring the young people to bowling like Tiger Woods did to golf.
Correct.
And his personality is so big. He's such a polite young man. He is, and he's always got this big smile on his face. So yeah, that's my pick. Although I hate to tell him, next time we see each other in the tournament, I'm gonna have to whoop on him a little bit though.
Also, I'll tell you this about Cam: if the left is shut out, he's not gonna be up there. He's not gonna be up there.
Do you know how many tournaments this year that the left was cut out and he still made match play?
Yeah, but he's not a. So here's the difference between Cam and let's say you take Jesper or you take another high rev lefty. Cam is not a shot creator. He's not. He is high, hard, and fast. If I got that play, I'm gonna run him over. I am going to run them over if I can go high, hard, and fast.
That's Cam's game, high, hard, and
That's
fast.
that's his game. I know.
However,
I've
I
bowled with
haven't.
him
Listen,
a
wait.
lot.
Wait,
I've bowled with him a lot.
Cam is a St. Ambrose bowler. Cam was this is his first year on the tour. I think he's building a finesse game as we speak.
That's the game that he has to build up.
I think he's building it right now. Just like I think Mikey Schlaball is also going to, he's back to one handed, and I think that he's also going to do something special this year. I
You,
think Mikey's a powerhouse, and I think Mikey's going to contend on anything. He's back one handed, and I think, and he's not in pain. He's got a new little clip, and I think Mikey's going to do some damage.
you think so?
Yep, yep. I think Cam's going to be breakout, but I think Mikey's going to be right there with him.
All right, y'all. I didn't hear no. I didn't hear any comments in the chat. Who's gonna be the breakout player of the year?
No, listen. I'm wait. We gonna give y'all an opportunity to think this over, and we gonna ask this question again on Thursday. And Thursday, everybody got to have an answer because I'm gonna lock them all in, and the winner of this gets a free ball.
Come on, y'all.
So on Thursday, the winner gets a free. We're gonna lock all these in. Who's the breakout bowler of the year, and we're gonna get a free ball. I already know who bowler of the year is gonna be. I can tell you that now, especially if they ban urethane. If they both ban urethane, you might as well give player of the year to EJ for the next 15 years. And you heard me. I said 15. The next 15. If they ban it, EJ, here you go. Here's your jacket for the next 15 years. They don't know what they doing, man. EJ, hey, you ever see that commercial? Where the dude got his fingers up in front of his face and he's clicking his fingers. That's what EJ doing right now. Like, I dare you. I triple double dog dare you. I
Red,
triple double dog dare you.
Red says EJ. Steve says Packy is going to be on the heater. I agree with both of those comments.
Hey, Steve, if they take away your thing, Packy ain't gonna be doing nothing but
No.
packing. He ain't gonna do nothing. If they kill your thing, Packy ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing. Hey, Packy be on the short bus home. That's
Objective ethics says EJ is my guy.
EJ can't. Wait a minute, you guys are nuts. EJ can't have a breakout year. He's already player of the year. What is EJ gonna do? Win every tournament for a breakout year? Hey, Graham, what you think? EJ got to win every tournament to get breakout of the year?
Yeah, he's got to.
I mean, because he's already bowler of the year. He won more events than everybody else. How can he? He can't be breakout of the year, guys. You got to think about this. I mean, EJ's my guy too, but he can't be breakout bowler of the year. It's impossible unless he wins every event.
I'm gonna tell
Which
you something. I'm gonna tell you something. TG, in my opinion, you're on to something because I live in the same area. I've bowled in the same area. I don't know if y'all watch the Beef and Barzing channel, but I bowl with Chris Barnes and I bowl with Stu Williams. I bowl league with those guys. I bowl with Ryan Barnes. I'm gonna tell you something. I have to agree with you on that.
okay,
Little
okay,
Barnesy is
okay,
coming.
okay, okay, okay. We're about to get off this because I'm gonna go in there and eat some ice cream. We're about to get off, and then we'll be back Thursday. But this is what we're gonna say before we get off this. You ready? How much hype would Ryan Barnes have if he wasn't the son of two legends?
Listen here. I'm gonna tell
Right,
you something.
Nope. We not talking about what you nope. We not talking about you born league with him, blah blah blah. We talking about this. How much hype would Lil Barnesy have? He wasn't bowl of the year at Wichita State. He wasn't
And he's not throwing the ball the same way, coach.
I
He's
don't care.
not.
I don't care if he listen. If he wasn't part of Beef and Barnesy, he would not be known nowhere. Adam,
Correct.
yo,
Correct.
look.
I agree with you on that.
Kiplinger's got more success than Barnesy. Ain't nobody talking about him. I mean, so he got hope. So since he got hope, everybody like leave the boy alone. Ain't nobody talking about him. Kiplinger, what? Wasn't Kiplinger Cam's roommate at Ambrose? Yep.
Correct.
And the boy
Correct.
got skills. Ain't nobody talking about him, but he did better than Barzy. But listen, that's the thing though. Sometimes you get hyped. It ain't got no dairy in the ice cream either, TG. Just so you know, I'm sticking to my guns. Listen, look, that's all I'm trying to say. You can say he can have a breakout if you want to. You bowl with him, you know the kid. I don't care. I ain't knocking the kid. I think the kid is okay. Bone was just up here in Rockford bowling the other day. I ain't saying he gonna have a breakout year because I don't think he is, but he ain't getting the hype Barney is. I say line them all up. Cam gonna beat up on them, and then we gonna call it a day. He said, but I do agree. Both his parents. You said they were not legends. Oh, I got what you're saying. If both his parents wasn't legends, he wouldn't be getting the hype train if they both wasn't legends. I'm being serious. Next, you're gonna be telling me that Sarah Bowles is gonna be a PWBA superstar because her dad and her uncle were PBA legends. The girl can't bowl. It's hard to believe that she came from the same genes, but she did. Speaking of jeans, that's all she good for is wearing jeans. But we're not gonna talk about that today. Look at Graham quiet. I got Graham stuck.
I am just. I hear you, but also at the same time, I'm not seeing many people who are working as hard as he is. You know me. I work on the road. I work on the railroad. I am gone a lot of the times. I come home and I go to these training centers. Barnsey is there. I come home and I go to our home center. He's there. Every single place that I go, he is there.
And you don't
Working
think
on
Cam
his
is?
game.
And you don't
Working
think
on
Cam
his
is?
game.
You don't think Cam is?
That dude does not stop.
I agree with that. That is Sydney Sweeney, apparently. Sarah Bowles. I'm serious as hell, man. That girl is garbanzo in tight jeans.
I went live on the Beef and Bar. I went live on the Beef and Barzy channel the other day. Here's one thing uh that
Wait, you was on there?
yeah, I was on it. Go back and watch it from Thursday. The Beef and Barnsley goes live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Thursday I was there because I fucking bow with Stu. He bows at my house.
Ambassador? Or are you talking about PBA Junior tournament or what?
So he comes up to me and he's talking all of this. He's talking all of this Texas bull crap, and you know me. I'm giving him hell because all he's talking about is Texas and how Texas is supposed to be the number one recruit, and
You have a good night, ethics.
they're supposed to win it all this year. And I made him a bet. I said if I don't average 240 this season, I'll buy you tickets to the first Texas home game the following season.
In league?
It's league, man. I don't
No,
actually
no, I'm saying you're saying in league, sports shot league, house
in
shot league,
league,
which one?
in league.
So you're actually gonna bowl in a league this year?
No, no. I I, I don't bowl league
But you just said you're gonna average 240 in league. How are you gonna do that if you're not bowling in it?
because I only suck.
Yeah, well, that don't even count then, unless you get like 30 games, 36 games, and that don't even count.
Well, he took the bet on.
You're right.
That's all we're talking about. He took the bet on.
Hey, I would average 240 and then after that, in my 3 games, I'm not bowling no more.
Yeah, he took the bet on. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. He took the bet on.
Yeah, if he took the bet, then I mean, see,
I'm,
yeah, he took the bet.
I'm gonna average 240 in league. I always
Yeah,
have.
listen, I'm not gonna lie, man. There's not, I don't, Graham. I don't know how you do it. There's not enough oil for me. maybe I ain't figured out my rev rate, and maybe I ain't figured out how to balance it all out yet with a house shot. But it is not enough oil for me.
There's not enough oil. There's not enough oil. So I just get way left. I get way left. Almost. So in league, I start off at like 40. And then by the time league ends, I'm way in front of the bar return.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm,
Man, because at some point you just run out of places to go.
you got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about league. You just run out of space to go, and
Yeah,
so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out what this is. I only got one goal for league. You know what that is? I want to shoot 90%. 90% or better spares. That's the only thing I care about. I don't care about the rest of it. I don't care what the average is. My average can be 170. I don't care. I just want to shoot 90% on my spares.
I'm
Okay.
94, coach. I'm 94.
Yeah, I just gotta be 90 plus percent or better.
I'm
That's it.
94. 94. And I'm proud of that.
You should be because I'm trying to listen. If I can go 90 plus percent, then I know that there's no tournament that I'm not ready for, including the U.S. Open. I ain't saying I'm gonna win, but at least I won't make a bad showing of myself.
Still agreed to it though. So we're, we're gonna have a bowl off. Man. So if I actually win this thing, I'm gonna post it on their channel.
You should
Cause
post it regardless.
yeah, because Stu, let me tell you something about Westgate, man. Westgate is tight as hell, and those lanes do not hook. Stu, I've actually done a bought. Me and Stu bought the physics blackout at the same time, and we came up there at the same time, and we had them put out a sports pattern. It was chameleon, and we bought on that pattern at the exact same time. And
Yeah, too tall. That's close. That's right. Especially so, Graham's rub rate's about 60, 50 to 60 higher than mine. He's at 550. I'm just around 500. So if I gotta play 45 and
wait,
throw the gutter, I know Graham ass is throwing the gutter.
wait. My rev rate is not that high on the sports shot.
I'm talking about on a house shot.
On a house shot, I don't crank it that much on a house shot. I don't. There's no need for it.
Hell, I'm cranking mine.
No, no, there's no need for it. On a house shot, no, there's no need for it. I am on a house shot. I'm way more around the ball than I am behind it. So
See, that's the thing.
that's
If
where the
you
question
around
came
Graham,
in.
if you wait, if you choking around the ball on a house shot, dude, you're hooking the ball. You're hooking the lane majorly. Remember, being
Right, but
behind it, being more forward, the ball don't hook as much. You can control it a little better, but
no. So when it comes to bowling, the longer you are behind the ball and the quicker you get behind it, the more revs you get on it.
well, listen, I'm not gonna get a see for me. If I get after it, which means I'm getting around it, shit, I'm gonna hook the ball down to lane six.
Correct, but you
Now, if I'm
also
if I'm now if I'm behind it and I stay behind it, then I'm going to. If I stay behind it, Graham, then I'm good. I'll be fine. If I stay behind it, then I can control it a little better.
no on a house shot. I'm way more behind the ball. Way more behind the ball. I'm behind the ball almost until I get to release point, and then I actually put some touch on it. On a house shot, I would probably guess my rev rate is like 350,
Three fifty on a house shot.
maybe 400, maybe. I'm guessing maybe.
Dude, you must be palming the ball.
Maybe
You hear me?
it's got.
You must be palming the ball.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
yeah, Larry, I said, yeah, spare's the only thing I'm worried about, dude. I don't this I'm good Larry, I'm using this season as a catapult for my spare game. Like right now, that's all I'm focusing on. So I know my rev rate's at. That's easy. I know that I'm opening up in accuracy. I'm good there, but everything for me is spares, man. I'm coming flat out the ball, and I'm actually throwing spares about 20 mile an hour. So I'm just well between 18 and 20. So that's my whole focus. Everybody's got something they're working on. That's my thing. I'm working on my spare game because once you develop that to the point where you're in the 90%, everything else becomes easier. Did you
Yeah,
see Darren
yeah.
lofting and landing far left in the lane and his two-handed win? That looked crazy too. Yeah, it happens though. But that's what I'm talking about. So your game evolves, and for me, my next evolution is no longer my rev rate. Now my next evolution is my spare game being in the 90 percentiles. Once you're in the 90%, then averaging 230 even on a sports shot is attainable. And that's where Graham and all the other pros are that I'm not. I'm in the 80s. I need to be in the 90s.
But that's because you take the right steps. So, and anybody that's actually listening to this chat or actually involved in it, I'm gonna tell you something. Stop. Everybody can strike. Every single person that's out there throwing a bowling ball can easily get luckily and strike. Work on your spare game, man. Drill it in your head. If you miss a single pin spare, that's almost detrimental to you when it comes to a PBA tournament. You can't. You can't miss those. You leave a 10 pin, you leave a 9 pin, you leave an 8. That has to be automatic.
Oh shit. No, but you're not wrong. 100%. You have to pick up those spares.
Yeah, 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 Tutar. I actually can. I don't like I'm gonna post some videos in the Discord so that y'all can actually see me like getting around it and getting after it. And it's probably gonna be on a sports shot because I will not hit up on the ball unless I'm on sport. When I'm on house, I don't get after it like that.
Y'all see, I got the lights up now. I got the
I
lights
do
on.
not I do not get after it like that on a house shot. There's no
Oh,
need for it.
I do.
There's no there's no need for it.
But I'm gonna jump off here, guys. But listen though, spare shooting, where it's at. What you guys got to understand is this: the evolution of your game is in pieces, and it's up to you to differentiate what piece you want to do when and where. For me, spare shooting is now my focus. That is my next evolution. If I can get into the 90% range, 90 and better, that's when I know that I'm good on any surface. Yeah, I do gotta save myself, man. These bugs are yeah, nope, they not getting me today. So
Do
if
you
you
got one of those centers, coach, where you can actually set up your spares?
nope, but I don't need to because I leave enough of them that I'm good.
No, no, no. I feel you. I understand what you're saying, but
But no, but here,
those centers actually do help though.
but listen though, they do help. But here's the thing: I can tell you if I pick up a 10, I don't. Long as you see, here's the catch, Graham. Long as you don't cheat yourself, you're good. That's the catch 22. You just don't cheat yourself.
Yeah, you can't cheat
Larry
yourself.
said people in his league don't like him because he pick up his spares. No joke. But being a 90%, 90, I want to be 90 plus. Don't let me lie to you and be like 90. No, I want to be 90 plus. And then that's when I know I've been arrived. But I'm gonna jump off here and I'll see everybody Thursday. Graham, you can feel more than free to jump in anytime you want from now on. And let the grind stay real. And remember, guys, don't judge Jesse or Darren. Let's let it play out. Because both of them have valid points, but one was the talent, one did all the work. Me personally, since I do all the work, I'm kind of like, well, anyway, I'm jumping off here. Everybody have a good night. It's been a great 2 hours. Coach C, we'll see you guys Thursday. Later, guys.
All right.
And thanks, Graham.